screw up? Was that supposed to be a fake? Was it supposed to be a?
It was a miscommunication. You know, it was bad on our part. Yeah, basically it's my fault. I shouldn't have. You know, we had two things going there, and I allowed it to happen, and shouldn't have allowed it to happen.
I feel like the offense played tonight.
For 2/3 of the game, I thought they played really well. For 1/3 of the game, they played about as bad as is possible to play.
What did you see from Connor in that fourth quarter when the interceptions just started mounting?
I thought he gave in. You know, I thought that, you know, we had adversity, and it certainly wasn't just Connor. I thought, you know, we came out storming the third quarter. 2/3 of the game, we played about as well as we can play. And then the last third, we faced adversity and waved the white flag. And it's inexplicable, and we got to change it. And it starts with us coaches. I mean, we got to get it changed. We got to get it out of them, and we got to get it changed. But we can't, you know, you got to play a game 60 minutes, and there's going to be adversity in games, and there's adversity in this game. And you know, you play some. They had an off week the week before. It's always tough to play a team like that, but we played them really well for 2/3 of the game, and it's not that hard to finish one extra third of the game. And that game was right there for us to take and for us to have, and you know, we gave it to them. I mean, they're more than happy to take it. We gave it to them.
Brandon Cooks was obviously pretty difficult to stop tonight. What did you think about his performance?
Probably played good.
Can you speak about the play of your offensive line, how they did this evening?
I thought for 1/3 of the game, or 2/3 of the game, they played real well. 1/3 of the game, they're spotty like everybody else.
Has Halliday been practicing okay, or?
Yeah, he's been practicing good. Well, he played 2/3 of the game, he played real well. If he can do it 2/3 of the game, he can do it a full game, you know?
Is there an open competition for starting quarterback this week in practice?
And no.
Coach, did you feel when you were talking about the final third, I mean, clearly this is probably a rhetorical question, but did you feel it was psychological what was going on in that latter portion of the ballgame?
No, it can't be physical. Yeah, it had to all be psychological. You know, and then we have to be tough enough to manage that. You know, I mean, how can you play like we did for 2/3 of it, and then the other third just let it unravel like that? I don't have any other explanation other than that. You know, physically, it's like if you can do it once, you can do it 100 times, you know.
Coach, defense played well in the first half. Do you think the second half was kind of just a matter of just being fatigued?
No. You know, I mean, the plays were even. Their defense wasn't any more fatigued than ours. I mean, what was it, 77 to 82? And that's even with all our turnovers, you know. And then, no, I mean, first portion of the game, yeah, we gave up some explosives, and then we played tough early in the second half, and then after that, we're going to let them score on 3 or 5 plays. The problem was offense, defense, special teams combined. You know, I don't know if they all had dentist appointments or what, but, you know, these games last 60 minutes.
We've talked the last couple weeks about Vince Mailey starting to emerge as one of your best receivers, and you mentioned once he realizes, you know, how good he is, he can be a lot better of a player. Do you feel he's mentally there now, aware of how good he is?
I think he's improving.
I think when you look at tape, I mean, is there anything you think you're going to see out there? I mean, obviously, it's trying to decompress from this game, but is there anything that you're counting on seeing, or is it just one of those where you burn the tape and?
I think it's what you described at first. You know, there were 2 games. One of the games lasted about 40 minutes, and then the other game lasted about 20 minutes. Okay, we played real well for the game that lasted 40 minutes, and we got slaughtered in the game that lasted 20 minutes. And it literally was. Our performance out there, you can literally split it off. I mean, and I don't know if it can take it to a play or a series, but there's certainly a portion within a couple of minutes where it's like a switch and the whole thing just changes.